What's up, you guys? We're Keith and Hannah. Today we are in Santa Cruz, California, and we are bringing you down the coast with us from Santa Cruz to Santa Barbara.
Well, really, like all the way to San Diego, but
True.
For this video.
For this video, we're just going to Santa Barbara, and then we'll be working our way a little bit farther south to LA and San Diego. So today we're checking out like the downtown area of Santa Cruz, just seeing what's there, seeing really the boardwalk, because you know that's like the thing that Santa Cruz is famous for.
And surfing, but we don't surf, so.
Yeah, true. So we're gonna head over there. We have about a half a mile walk, a little over a half a mile walk to get there.
Yeah, there's no parking. Also, our thing is we don't pay for parking.
True.
So we walk.
A lot.
Yes, which is good. We need it, Chloe needs it, we're all good.
So let's get to it. There's a little otter down there. Look, I don't know if you can see it. It's like, I wish we could zoom in on this. It went under. It wasn't until we got to Santa Cruz that I realized that otters are like the cutest freaking animals in the world. They remind me of like water dogs, and I think it's just the cutest thing. I don't know why I never connected the dots before, but yesterday morning we came to like the side of the road for sunrise, and there were these two otters there, and I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. And then a second ago we saw the other ones, and it just reassured me that they're literally so cute, and I never connected the dots before, and now I think they're my favorite.
And of course, dogs aren't allowed on the pier, or the boardwalk, so we're just going to walk along here and see as much as we can where dogs are allowed. One thing that we've kind of transitioned to since we've lived in the van is like, if Chloe can't go, we're just not gonna go, because we don't want to leave her in the van somewhere we're unfamiliar with. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, we pretty much only go where Chloe can go, because we can't really enjoy the experience anyways, because we'd just be worried the whole time, like, is she okay?
If I will say, if we can see the van, we're more likely to do something. Yeah. But if we can't see it, then it's like, it's not fun for us, because we're worried the whole time. When we leave the van anyway, we're already worried about it.
We're already worried about the van.
But
we've said multiple times that if something happened to the van, like, we can get that back, but Chloe is literally irreplaceable.
Right, so it's a very rare occurrence if we just leave her in there.
I will say, like, when we went into the national parks and stuff, leaving her there, I feel better about, because it's like,
it's not just like general public.
Right, like you have to pay to go into the national park, or you have a pass, or usually it's, I don't know, I just feel
really there for the national park. You're not there for any like funny stuff.
Right, you're not there to break into somebody's vehicle, so.
I would hope.
I would hope. I mean, not saying it's not possible, but anyways, still super nice walk right here, and you're still along the beach, so yeah. So I'm not even too mad that we can't go on the boardwalk, because everything's closed today anyways.
I think they're open on Saturdays.
Yeah, so
It's September? It's September.
Yes. So if you don't have a dog and you're here on the weekend, definitely walk on there. But it makes me feel better, because it kind of sucks not being able to walk there, but it's not open anyway, so.
After a of an intermission. What'd you do?
You started it and I was just...
Oh my god. After a little intermission there, we have moved the van and we are going to Natural Bridges to watch the sunset. I don't know that we'll actually go in because I think it's $10 and we're not going to pay $10 to be there for like 10 minutes.
Cheapskates over here.
Yeah. Really though, like we wouldn't pay $10 to be there for 10 minutes regardless. So we're just going to walk over there now and get a little evening walk in and watch the sunset. I think it'll be a good one. Although, comment down below. I asked it on our Instagram story today. Do you prefer a sunset that has like a few clouds out, or do you like it to be like blue skies, super clear, no clouds? Personally, I think there should be a little bit of clouds.
Yeah, it adds like depth. Like,
it does add depth. It adds other things to the sky. So comment that down below. Good morning and welcome back to another day of our road trip down the coast of California. It's been probably 2 or 3 days since we actually picked up the camera in Santa Cruz, and that's just because right like where we are in California, we have never seen anything like the fog that we've been seeing for the past few days. So we've kind of been procrastinating going down to Big Sur because we wanted to make sure we were going down on a day where it was going to be like actually pretty and not just super foggy and like bad weather. So today we are kind of just biting the bullet on it. We're going a little more south right now. We've been in like the Monterey Bay, Seaside, Carmel area for probably 2 or 3 days now. There hasn't been too much to see here. Some of the highlights that people recommend are like Carmel by the Sea. What we went to the other day? Lovers Point Beach and Park. That was really nice. We saw some seals and sea lions there. I thought that was really cool. There's an aquarium like right by that, but I'm like, why would you go to the aquarium when you could literally see these things
out in the wild,
out here in the ocean? So now we are starting the morning heading down to the California Sea Otter Game Refuge. It's like right on the coast. It's a little bit south of Carmel and a little bit north of Big Sur. So today we're going to be doing the Sea Otter Refuge, Big Sur, and then driving about, what is it, like 2 hours?
It's like 3 hours.
3 hours total, but from like Big Sur.
Oh yeah, it's like
in 12 miles, arrive at California Sea Otter Game Refuge.
So we're gonna be driving down about 2 hours, close to like Cayucos, and then what's that north of? Is it Morro Bay?
No, yeah, it's north of Morro Bay, so that way we can go to Morro Bay.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to Cayucos tonight, Morro Bay in the morning. But today is all about Big Sur. Also, this is the fog that we're talking about. It's insane. I never expected this much fog in California, but I feel like this is what we've been dealing with like almost every day that we've been here.
Yeah.
She's the best little sightseer. She is. So we just drove like maybe a mile down the road, and magically, out of nowhere, there's just no fog, and it's like
blue skies,
clear blue skies, just sunny and pretty. So I think that means this is gonna be a good day. Right now we are 1 mile north of the Sea Otter Refuge, and honestly, amazing. I didn't know that it could look this good. Like, it's the absolute perfect day for coming down here. It's sunny. There's like fog out over the ocean, but it's not like along the coast where we are. So it's like a clear view for, I don't know, what, like 200 yards out there?
Yeah. It actually kind of makes it look cooler.
And it does look really cool, but this is probably one of the most beautiful things that we've ever seen. I don't know about Keith, but I guess probably one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen.
One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen is you.
Stop. Stop. But we are going to have breakfast here before we go to the sea otter refuge. We may end up being here for like hour, maybe 2 hours. Just depends, but I'm gonna get some work done. Keith is gonna cut some fruit, get us breakfast, and Chloe's just gonna live her best life. Aren't you, Chloe? You're gonna live your best life.
So we're at the sea otter refuge, and honestly I thought we were going to be like pulling into a parking lot. There was going to be like a building and then like a observatory deck, but you're just out here, and either we see a lot of them or we see none of them. Like there's these things like kind of popping up out of the water that like could be like a little otter head, but it could also be like like kelp or whatever's in the ocean. I don't know, seaweed. So I don't know, but we're hiking this. It's honestly so beautiful, kind of chilly, but super cool. So we're gonna get a little closer and determine if our eyes are deceiving us or not.
It's cold.
I don't know if you can see it, but we thought these things like right here, right there, kind of thought those were the sea otters, but it's definitely not. It's just some sort of like weed or something, but I don't know. I'm not sure like how maybe you're not supposed to spot them. I don't know. Well, we didn't see any otters. I'm confused, but maybe it's just too windy or the water's too rough. I don't know, but we didn't see any, so we're just gonna keep making our way down now.
I'm not sure how much we got here because there were like a ton of people, and it kind of seems like people are like pressuring you to like get out of their way so they can take their picture or whatever.
Some people don't even care. They're not even pressuring you. They just come in and they just like insert themselves.
So we kind of like rushed through this a little bit, but this is called Bixby Bridge, and if I remember right, I feel like I remember hearing that it was in movies.
Oh, no, it's in car commercials.
Oh.
Like people use this bridge for car commercials.
Maybe
May also be in
that's
movies too, but that's definitely in car.
But it's famous for car commercials. I do remember that. I couldn't remember if it was movies or something else.
It could also be movies. I don't know.
It probably is in movies. But now we're going to find a spot to eat lunch a little bit north of Big Sur. Something I realized is that when you're in Big Sur, you're kind of more like inland. So we're stopping a little bit before then, just to have lunch.
Have a view with lunch.
This is kind of what we're talking about. This is amazing. Aside from your normal thoughts of nothing but food, what do you think about this?
This is beautiful. I literally feel the.
You're so hungry you don't have words?
No, this is so beautiful. This is what we've been waiting for, looking forward to since we got the van, so it's just nice to finally be here.
Some of you might be wondering why we're not eating outside and taking advantage of the nice sunny weather, and while we would love to, I have a lot of hair, and when it's windy, that hair just flies all over the place, and we're having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And for me at least, I know that it would be an absolute disaster for us to eat outside with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, because it would definitely get in my hair and in my mouth, probably in Keith's mouth. So
we don't want that.
We don't want that, so we're gonna eat inside. So we drove for a little bit, and honestly we kind of thought we had missed out on like a really good opportunity for like pulling off along
like a sunset view.
Yeah, like pulling off along the coastline. So we just kept driving because we were like, it's kind of a long way to turn back around. So we just kept driving, but then we found this spot, and the view from here is stunning.
It's amazing.
We just took some pictures on top of the van. And we're gonna probably have dinner here.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna watch sunset,
Yeah.
have dinner here, and then drive to wherever we're staying tonight.
Which I'm not even sure how far away that is.
Probably over like an hour.
Probably.
So it's gonna be a little drive, but we don't really want to miss this.
Yeah, this, like, honestly, this spot, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's like,
it's just a little pull off.
Yeah, it is a pull off, but it's south of Big Sur and a little bit north of Lucia or Lucia. I don't know how you would say it here, but yeah, we're gonna watch the sunset.
But this spot is perfect because like other cars could pull into this pull off, but
we've kind of taken up the whole thing.
Kind of taken it up. So it's nice that maybe a car pulls in, but you're not in like a big parking area where there's a bunch of people. So I don't know, it kind of feels like you got your own little piece of the ocean, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Well, we kind of lost you guys there for a couple days, maybe a week. I don't really know, but we got caught up with work and everything. So now we are finally continuing our drive down Highway 1, and today we're in Santa Barbara. So currently we're at the Old Mission. So we're gonna walk around here and see what that's about, and then continue exploring Santa Barbara. Girl, here.
Oh, you brought it to me? Okay.
What the heck? Chloe absolutely loves grass, so we saw a big patch and we thought we'd bring her over here to play. About 4 times, and she just was ready to lay down and eat the grass. So we're gonna head back over here. It seems like every time we go somewhere where there's a good like place to take a video or a picture, like there could be no one there, and then as soon as we get there, immediately everyone's there. So we tried to wait it out. I don't know what that's about, but we're gonna try and take a video or picture or something. But there's more people coming, so don't you just hate when you're out in public and then the public decides to be there?
I know, I sure do.
Same. So after what seemed like, I don't know, an hour of trying to find a place to park, we finally found a spot. And we're checking out the courthouse right now, which sounded weird to me, but now that we're here, it makes total sense. And when you think of like a courthouse wedding, you think of like a quick thing, but this place is beautiful. There's like people actually having like a real wedding here. So
a whole wedding, like literally, like they've got a ton of chairs set out, a ton of people here.
It makes sense.
It's honestly kind of cool.
It makes sense though, because this is like amazing. I said it looks like, if you've ever seen the show Ozark, it looks like Navarro's house. So I don't really know what else to say about the courthouse other than it's fun to walk around. it's a really pretty building. And like the courtyard area where that wedding was would definitely be a good place to like maybe have a picnic or just take pictures or just sit for the day as I'm talking with Chloe's poop bag in my hand. But I don't think there's really much else to talk about here. So now we're gonna go to, I think, the Chromatic Arch.
No, we're going downtown.
No, we're walking downtown. Okay.
State Street.
Okay, we're walking downtown. Then we're gonna go to the Chromatic Arch. And it's funny, we walked around the whole building back to where we could see the van because we're pretty much always paranoid about the van. We're more paranoid about it when Chloe's in there, but even when she's not, I just feel like something's gonna happen or somebody's gonna break in or something. I don't know.
Here, I was more worried about potentially getting a ticket.
Yeah, it's true because we really struggled to find a place to park, and we were cutting it very close to being in a red zone. I think we're like an inch over, so.
We're also like right near the police station.
Yeah, so we can see it the whole time, so that's our usual goal. So that area we were just in over there is called the Funk Zone. Lots of cool little restaurants, art, just little shops. And on the other side over here is West Beach and East Beach near Stearns Wharf. And one thing I've learned that just like from being really anywhere is that if you have a lot of money that you're willing to spend, you can have a lot more like fun. I think there's a lot more you can do because there's so many restaurants where I feel like if we weren't trying to stick to a budget, it would be so cool to stop and go there. So someday I think that would be a super cool way to travel, is just be able to stop at all those places, but that's not us right now. We're sticking to our budget.
We're getting ready to drive out onto Stearns Wharf, but before we do, I wanted to give my thoughts on Santa Barbara. Honestly, if it was a nice sunny day, I think it would be absolutely stunning here, first of all. And also, like Keith said, if you have money to spend, there's so much to do, and it's the perfect kind of intersection between like beach, shops, places to eat, wineries,
right here
all
feels
the
very
things.
high class.
And yeah, right here does feel very high class around like the Stearns Wharf area. So I definitely recommend it. I would maybe just research what the best time of year to come is though, because we did not. We're just here because we're driving through in the van. But I definitely think it is worth coming here just when there's good weather. It feels so surreal to say that we drove all of Highway 1 from pretty much San Francisco all the way down to San Diego, which you haven't seen yet. But next up for us is LA. So we're going to create a whole video taking you through our time in LA. And
I will say the best part of Highway 1 is definitely around Big Sur.
100%.
Just that whole area. That's like where you that's where you get the views you want to see. So
we would definitely recommend Big Sur, going down Highway 1 as much as you possibly can. There are parts of it that aren't...
Or less exciting.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. There are parts of it that are less exciting, but it's kind of hard to compare things when you're comparing it to Big Sur.
Exactly. So...
But it was definitely a drive worth taking, at least once.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next video for our time around LA. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one!